Man, oh man. Are you kidding me? Man, I am so glad I did not attend that show on Monday night. Jesus Christ, was that a miserable fucking show. What's up, you guys? It's Asylum Reviews here, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. This is also going to be the SmackDown Live review. I decided to put both reviews into one video, being that Raw was fucking trash once again, and SmackDown was good. Better. So, I'm just going to go through a quick recap of what we had on Raw, on Monday Night Raw, and then we'll get into the SmackDown Live review. Now, I'm just going to give you, 5, 6, 7 matches off the top of my head that I remember happened on Raw. And I want you to just think and tell me, out of these 5 or 6 matches that I give you, which one sounds the most exciting to you? Which one do you think you're most looking forward to? So here we go. Number 1, Elias versus No Way Jose. Number 2, Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal. Number 3, Finn Balor and a mystery opponent, or a mystery partner rather, in Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. Number 4, Sasha Banks versus Natalya. Number 5, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Number 6, Chad Gable versus Kurt Angle. And number 7, Ronda Rousey versus Dana Brooke for the Raw Women's Championship. And I don't know, if there's any other matches, please let me know. Because I'm literally not going to go over this Raw review because it was so bad. So you tell me, out of those 7 matches, which one do you think you're most looking forward to? There's only 2 at the top of my head that I think I'm most looking forward to. Even though we've seen this match so many times in the past, 3, 4 months? I don't even know. The top one at the list is obviously Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which was the main event. And number 2, Chad Gable and Kurt Angle. Other than that, everything else was trash. Every other match fucking sucked, and it just literally fucking put you to sleep. This was miserable. What a worthless fucking miserable show Monday Night Raw was this week. And how sad was it that it was in Chicago? I was thinking about attending that show, and am I glad that I didn't. Because man, that show was so freaking boring. The Raw review I did, 2 weeks ago, where I said this show sucked, and I went on about like 20-30 minutes? Nah, man. That show was better than what we had from this week. This Raw was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. So Raw kicked off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman in the ring, and Paul Heyman, he was talking about Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is looking for revenge against Drew McIntyre in the main event of Raw, since McIntyre took out both Ambrose and Roman last week. He took out Roman, which was supposed to be Roman versus Baron Corbin in the main event, because no one wanted to see that. So it's supposed to be Roman versus Baron Corbin. McIntyre comes out before Corbin even shows up. No sign of Corbin. McIntyre beats up Reigns, and Reigns is taken to the back, and Reigns said he's not feeling well or whatever. I don't know. So Rollins and Ambrose are in the back with him in the trainer's room, and Ambrose said he wanted a match with McIntyre, falls count anywhere with and he said that to Triple H. Triple H granted him the match, and he lost. Now here's one thing that I didn't mention in last week's review. How in the fuck are you gonna let Dean Ambrose fight Drew McIntyre 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row, don't matter? How are you gonna let this man fight Drew McIntyre that many times and not even have him win the match once? Are you fucking kidding me? Why the fuck is Ambrose losing so many fucking times? I don't get it. Has Ambrose even won a match this year by himself? Other than fucking the Shield? Other than the times he was with the Shield and the 6-man tags? Has Ambrose even won a match this year? I don't even think so. We're in March. We're almost in April. WrestleMania is 3 weeks away. And Dean Ambrose, I don't even remember Dean Ambrose winning one single match on Raw. It's pathetic, man. And again, we still don't know. Is Ambrose re-signing? Is Ambrose leaving to AEW? We don't know. We don't know. I feel like I don't know what to think at this point. I want him to sign. I really want him to re-sign. I mean, AJ Styles re-signed. AJ Styles is staying with the WWE, which thank God, because who the fuck wants to see AJ leave then go to AEW? I don't want to see that. But come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? How you gonna let Dean Ambrose lose to McIntyre fucking 3 or 4 times in a row, and the man can't even pick up one single victory against Drew McIntyre? I get it. You're building up McIntyre to be a beast. I get it. You want him to be the top heel Monday Night Raw. I get it. But please, man, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. This is why everybody is just fucking sick and tired of this fucking bullshit, man. We're all sick of it. This nonsense is ridiculous. Having Ambrose lose is ridiculous, man. It's the wrong decision. Just let him win once. Just once against McIntyre. Is it really that hard? I mean, come on. Fucking stupid. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I hate that shit. Anyways, so Heyman's in the ring with Paul Heyman. Or Heyman's in the ring with Brock Lesnar, rather. See, I can't even fucking speak because of how fucking miserable this fucking show was. Heyman was in the ring with Brock Lesnar, and he was talking about the 3 matches, the most 3 recent matches Brock's had: AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and Finn Balor. He went over all 3 of them, and he said, and I quote, Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Did AJ Styles win that match? Wrong. The winner of the match, Brock Lesnar. Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. Did Daniel Bryan win that match? Wrong. Brock Lesnar. Finn Balor. Did Finn Balor win that match with Brock Lesnar? Wrong. Brock Lesnar won that match. He was just firing back at what Seth said last week of basically Brock Lesnar making excuses and not getting enough time to prepare for his matches, whatever. So that's what Heyman said. All of a sudden, Drew McIntyre comes out after Heyman says, Rollins, you are absolutely ridiculous. You must be crazy if you think you're going to step into the ring with Drew McIntyre, the career killer, not the career killer like Brock Lesnar, but a career killer rather himself. 3 weeks before WrestleMania. 20 nights before WrestleMania. Or now 18 nights from WrestleMania. Because this isn't filmed on a Wednesday. But yeah, 18 nights from WrestleMania. And you're going to step into the ring with Drew McIntyre before you fight Brock Lesnar. Are you kidding me? That's what Heyman said. And Drew McIntyre comes out, and this was really good. The stare down he had with Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, this was really good. I would love to see these two fight someday, whether it's for the Universal title or not. I would just love to see Drew McIntyre fucking claymore the shit out of Brock Lesnar. I think that'd be fucking great. But Drew basically told Brock, he told Heyman, why don't you just get another opponent for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? Rather just be Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. All of a sudden, Seth Rollins comes out with a chair, and he went wild, man. Drew still had his jacket on, but Seth just fucking went crazy with the chair. He hit Drew like a dozen times with the chair. And the funny thing about this was the cameraman in the back. If you paid attention when the cameraman was filming, when McIntyre was getting his ass beat while Rollins with the steel chair, this cameraman was literally doing squats. It was like the funniest thing. Oh my god, it was hilarious. So if you didn't catch it, go back and watch it. Just pay attention to the back and you'll see the cameraman was doing squats while Seth was just nailing Drew with this chair, and the cameraman was just funniest thing, man. That's the only. It's sad to say that's the only positive thing about Raw. The fucking cameraman doing squats. Meanwhile, everything else was fucking trash. Jesus. So Seth takes out Drew, and now their match is announced for the main event. Great. The matches I went over at the beginning of the review. Why the fuck is Elias fighting No Way Jose 3 weeks before WrestleMania? Elias was on a moment of bliss. Hey, Alexa. Elias was on the moment of bliss for this week, and he basically said that he's going to be the music act at WrestleMania. We all know he's going to get interrupted. He's going to have an impromptu match with whoever decides to interrupt him at WrestleMania. Hopefully it's not someone like fucking Apollo Crews or Jinder Mahal or whoever. I don't fucking know. I don't even know. But look, Elias said he's going to be the musical act at WrestleMania. And Alexa looking fine as fuck, like always. And yeah, there's that. So, No Way Jose comes out, but he's nowhere to be seen. The Conga Line is out, and Heavy Machinery is out with them, and I don't know why. Again, this is how this is how you kill fucking NXT stars, by putting them on the main roster and just having them fucking be in the Conga Line for No Way Jose. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, so No Way Jose is nowhere to be seen. Elias is looking at Otis, and he looks like he's going to teach him a lesson. I thought we were going to have Otis versus Elias. Instead, somebody with a hoodie and a mask attacks Elias, and it reveals to be Jose. So now we get Jose versus Elias, and Elias wins with the drift away. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ricochet has a match with Jinder Mahal. Ricochet's first single match on Raw. Look, I get it. Aleister Black was on his honeymoon with Zelina Vega. That's why he wasn't on Raw this week. That's why he wasn't on SmackDown. But you couldn't have somebody else in the ring with Ricochet. You had to go with fucking Jinder Mahal. Are you kidding me? This is how you fucking turn a match boring, man. When's the last time somebody ever said, oh man, this Ricochet match is fucking boring, man? What is this shit? I've never heard somebody say that a Ricochet match is boring. Every person he steps in the ring with is always going to be a great match, no doubt. But if you really want to fucking bore us to death, then you put him in the fucking ring with Jinder Mahal of all fucking people. This match was like fucking, what was it? I don't even know, 5-10 minutes. Jinder was just holding Ricochet in rest holds most of the match. And then Ricochet finally fought back, and he hit the 630, and he wins. And then Ricochet wins. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ricochet wins. What else? Let's see. Ronda Rousey, Dana Brooke. This match was 20 seconds. Dana, the ring bell start. The bell rings. Dana gets put into the armbar, and she literally, I thought her arm was broken. Remember when Alexa had her joint? She's double jointed. You remember when she was applied, but she had the armbar applied to her? Well, she's double jointed, and so it looked like her arm was kind of fucked up, but it really wasn't. It was just her double jointing or whatever. Well, Dana Brooke had the same thing, but Dana's not double jointed like Alexa is, so it actually looked pretty nasty the way she sold it. I don't know if she was legitimately hurt. I think she is, but that just looked nasty the way she sold it. So it was a good sell for the armbar, but still, 20 seconds. Why was this even advertised? I don't even know. Ronda puts the armbar on Dana. Dana taps out. That's it. That's it. Kurt Angle. Oh my God, here we go. Kurt Angle. Why? Announcing his WrestleMania opponent. He said he's going to have a match in Chicago. Great. Great, Kurt. Great. That's great. He fought Apollo Crews last week. He won the match. Out comes Chad Gable. Chad Gable fights Kurt Angle, and he's back in his singlet, and he comes out with his American Alpha music. No sign of Bobby Roode. So it's Chad Gable versus Kurt Angle. This match was boring, honestly. I thought it was going to be better, but this was kind of boring. And it's not their fault. It's not Kurt's fault. It's not Chad's fault. Just, I don't think they were given enough time. It kind of went on to a little bit too long. It was like what was it, like 12 minutes? I don't know, man. It was just, it didn't feel right. So Kurt wins. But before the match even started, before Chad Gable was even out, Kurt announced his WrestleMania opponent is going to be fucking Baron Corbin. Oh my god. Baron Corbin! Yay! No. Why is it fucking Baron Corbin? You know, I already know that Kurt was just, he didn't like what he said. He wants to have a better opponent. He wants to have a higher star to be his opponent at WrestleMania, not fucking Baron Corbin. I don't even know, man. This is gonna change, obviously. The crowd wanted Cena. Chicago, of all places, my hometown, Chicago, of all places, wanted to chant for John Cena. Didn't they boo this man out of the fucking building when he fought RVD at One Night Stand in like 2006? Here you got the "fuck you Cena" chant. Cena swallows. Cena sucks. You can't wrestle. They said all that shit, and yet here we are, 12 years later, or 13 years later, and all of a sudden we want Cena chant in Chicago. I mean, okay, but still, I'd much rather see Kurt Angle versus John Cena at WrestleMania. It makes sense. Think about it. Cena's debut was on SmackDown in Chicago against Kurt Angle, and sure, he lost the match. But look, it makes sense. You could have had John Cena come out and address Kurt. This would have been perfect. I get it. I know Cena isn't around right now. He's in another country filming, I think in Canada for a movie or whatever. And they said he's not supposed to be back until like beginning of April, which is like the week of WrestleMania. So come on. Yeah. All right. So Cena could have came out. He could have addressed Kurt. This would have been perfect, being that they're in Chicago, and it would have brought back memories to when Cena debuted in 2002, 13 years prior. But still, or not? Did I say 13 years prior? No, 2002, 13. That's 2015. Whatever, 17 years. Whatever, 17 years. There you go. So 17 years prior. Okay. Regardless, fucking stupid, man. Cena could have came out. He could have addressed Kurt. It didn't happen. Out came Chad Gable after Corbin was announced for WrestleMania. And then after Kurt beats Chad, Corbin says that he's going to make sure that this is Kurt's last match at WrestleMania. And he's going to make him feel embarrassed or whatever. I don't know. So you're getting Kurt Angle with Baron Corbin WrestleMania. No one cares. It's going to be changed. There's no way it's going to stay that way. There was fan backlash on Twitter, and WWE even reported about it. They might even change it to John Cena. It better be John Cena. Please. I don't want to see Corbin versus Angle at WrestleMania. That's not a WrestleMania-worthy match. Ridiculous. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, the main event. I mean, this was just the same shit we see every time these two fight. I mean, sure, the match was great, but I mean, we've seen it so many times. And at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, when Seth wins the Universal title at WrestleMania, he's going to have nobody else to feud with from Raw besides Drew McIntyre. And maybe Roman Reigns. That's it. Who else is he going to feud with the Universal title? Baron Corbin? Nah. Fuck that. Bobby Lashley? Nah. Maybe Leo Rush. That's about it, but still. Come on, man. Come on. So Seth, I don't know what Seth was doing here. Towards the end, fucking Brock's music hit. He distracts Seth. Seth is clearly fucking doesn't know what's going on. He looks behind him. Brock is standing on the ramp 400 feet away from him. He turns around, eats a claymore, and Drew McIntyre beats Seth Rollins. And that's how Raw ends. Jesus, man. Let's get into SmackDown. Raw was trash. SmackDown started with The Miz firing back at Shane McMahon. He opened up SmackDown. Upon entering the ring, he immediately ran back Shane McMahon's heel turn on the Titantron. And the A-lister said that besides his wife and daughter, he sacrificed every single relationship he's ever had in his business to make it. The Miz revealed that when he decided to ask McMahon to be his tag team partner, people warned him that something evil could be on the horizon, that the commissioner would be a different person behind the scenes. So Miz got enraged, and he called back to the heel turn in Fastlane again, saying the image of McMahon putting his hands on his father will forever be in his brain, and that he's nothing but rotten to the core. I like that line there. Just like his father. You may own this company, but you don't own me, Miz said, and you don't own Kofi Kingston. He reminded everyone he became the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, and he did it all on his own. He said it took him a long time to earn respect, but he thinks he finally did it, which drew a loud "You deserve it" chant from the crowd. Miz closed by letting McMahon know that he deserves is the only thing that he's actually earned by himself, an ass whooping at WrestleMania. So yeah, this is gonna be good. It's building up Miz and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, and I just love what the Miz said here. So I guess Shane's gonna fire back next week, or they have a face off. I don't know, or they brawl, whatever. But yeah, this is good. Miz is definitely the top babyface right now in this feud. So, this is getting good, man. The Iconics, Sasha Banks and Bayley were on Raw, and they said they were going to be on SmackDown, being that they were on NXT a couple times, and they never showed up on SmackDown because the Iconics kept calling them out. And so they decided they were going to be on SmackDown, and this is what happened. So, oh yeah, and Sasha Banks and Bayley, I guess they're going to be facing Natalya and Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania. And they could be adding the Iconics and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville or whoever. I don't know. Trish and Lita, whoever. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Iconics fought Sasha Banks and Bayley. I thought Sasha Banks and Bayley were just going to address the Iconics. I didn't think they were going to have a match with them. So that's what happened. And the Iconics win. Bayley was taken out on the outside. And literally, they just trapped Sasha's entire body. So to the point where she couldn't kick out. And they rolled up Banks as Billie Kay held her arm from the outside to give the Iconics the non-title victory over the champs. And then Lacey Evans comes out during the match. She didn't come out on Raw, I don't know why, but she came out on SmackDown. She distracted Banks and Bayley, and she distracted the Iconics as well, and then she just went to the back, doing her normal shit. But yeah. Backstage, Rey Mysterio announced that he's going to be fighting Samoa Joe at WrestleMania for the United States title. We all saw this coming, being that he pinned Samoa Joe last week in the tag team match. So, and this was cool to see because Rey, if you remember, I mean, how can you not remember this? Rey's son, Dominic. If you remember the great feud with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero over Dominic, Rey's son, back in the day, and they had that crazy match at SummerSlam 2004, I think, where the winner of the match will be like in the I guess the new dad or the new owner, new guardian of Dominic. So this was really cool to see. Dominic's all grown up, and he says that it's going to be good to see his dad at WrestleMania again. He's going to be front row, and he's going to witness his dad take home the gold, just like how he always does. So this was really cool to see. And it looks like Dominic is also going to be training to be a wrestler himself, so we could be seeing him in NXT someday. So that'd be kind of cool. Rey Mysterio's son. We'll see what he does. He's a pretty big man, pretty big guy. So he'll probably be like I don't know, maybe a powerhouse or something. I don't know. Becky Lynch and Charlotte were on the Kevin Owens show. KO looking funny as hell. He's wearing like a tight tie, and he was wearing like a coat jacket or something, suit jacket, and he had jeans on. So the challengers for the Raw Women's Title WrestleMania joined Kevin Owens for the KO show. Owens ran back to all the verbal sparring that's been taking place in the feud, but he said when it comes down to it, it's all about fight Becky fight and fight Charlotte fight. He exited in the ring after playing the role of instigator, and the two women began brawling until security was finally able to break them apart. So this was really good. We had a backstage promo with AJ Styles, the proud owner of a new WWE contract, ran down all the attributes that made Orton great, calling him a first-round draft pick while he's just a walk-on. But look at him now. He's said he's going to tear the house down in Mania before offering good luck to Kofi Kingston later in the night in the Gauntlet Match. So we get to the Gauntlet Match. Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus was first. Kingston made it through his first obstacle with Trouble in Paradise, followed by the 1-2-3. Immediately afterwards, Cesaro comes in, attacks him from behind to keep the gauntlet moving. We come back from the commercial, and Cesaro gets pinned by Kofi. It was a clean sweep off the former tag team champions for Kofi after putting Cesaro away with the SOS. The next one who was out was Rowan, who's now using the Bludgeon Brothers entrance team all of a sudden. I don't know why. And this didn't even last. Rowan just got himself disqualified. He hits Kofi with a chair. He beats him down, puts him through the announce table with the Iron Claw, and it sets up Samoa Joe to come out. He comes in after Rowan was disqualified. Out comes Samoa Joe. We come back for the commercial, and the United States Champion was unable to capitalize on the unformatted carnage, and Kingston survived. As Joe was going for the Muscle Buster, Kingston was able to reverse into a pinfall. There was yet another attack after the bell as Joe slapped the Coquina Clutch on before officials were able to get him away. And out comes Randy Orton. Randy Orton was out last, and after 55 minutes of being in the Gauntlet Match, Kingston rolled up Orton to earn his title opportunity at WrestleMania. The crowd's going insane. I'm going insane. Insane. Big E and Xavier Woods came out. They came out to celebrate with their partner, and the feel-good moment was here, or so we thought. Vince McMahon's music hit. He emerged at the top of the stage, congratulates Kofi Kingston, he said he's going to WrestleMania. However, he said he had one more wrench to throw into the plans. McMahon said that if he wants to go to WrestleMania, he has to defeat one more person. And that one person is Daniel Bryan himself, the WWE Champion. If Kofi can pin Daniel Bryan, he will go to WrestleMania and he will have his title opportunity. And what happens? Kingston, he fought valiantly with his opportunity on the line, but the dream for now came to an end after a vicious running knee from Bryan, turning Kingston inside out, who will have more heel heat on him than ever before. And Daniel Bryan pins Kofi Kingston, and that's how SmackDown ends. And this leaves you to wonder. I was pissed at first because I was just like, oh my god, they're making us wait another week for this to see if Kofi's gonna be having his title opportunity. They might as well just announce it, man. I'm tired of waiting. I really am. But at the same time, I thought about it and I was just like, okay, this is brilliant storytelling, because once again, Vince McMahon is just fucking being the total douchebag that he is, and he's just making us wait. And we don't know if Kofi's going to be in a title match or not. Obviously he is, but they're making us wait, and I just love this. So, it's making Kofi the top babyface of all time on SmackDown. Not just in WWE, but not just in SmackDown, but in WWE. So, Kofi Mania again trending wild. And it's just going to be a feel-good moment once he wins the WWE title at WrestleMania. It's an if he wins, but I think he will. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is fucking great. And that's basically all that happened for Raw and SmackDown. Raw was trash. Raw was boring. Raw was fucking miserable, worthless, fucking pathetic. Why? I don't know. And then SmackDown was good. It was great. SmackDown was always the better show than Raw. And there you go. That's all I got to say here. If you enjoyed my Raw and SmackDown review, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, RKL, like button out of nowhere. Tap the bell for notifications so you get all my future uploads, guys. And I'll be back with my NXT and 205 Live review in the next video. So until then, I will see you guys all in the next one. Too sweet.